we are here at the next video on my channel, Goalball Terminance Portrait by Ernst Kreusel. Today we talk about the next team at the German Championship in Goalball. Today we talk about the next team which will compete, and that's Marburg. At first I will talk about the lineup of Marburg. Here you can see it. As a short summary about that, I can tell you they have a mix of players that are older but not too old, players who are young but they already have many experiences, and they have players who played in the youth division but not in the adults division as often in the past. In the ranking overall of all years in the Bundesliga, about the Bundesliga I can tell you that's the German Championship, but since 2013 they have a Bundesliga where the teams play over the year at many stages. Until 2012, the German Championship was played on one weekend, and after this weekend you had to wait another year for the next German Championship. Now it's actually the thing that it happened on 4 stages in the whole year, but because of the COVID pandemic, we have 2 stages. At one stage all played against each other, and on the second stage they played for another time, everyone against each other, to crown the German champion. Because of the COVID pandemic, it's not allowed that we can play, so we have to do that this way. And about Marburg's successes, I can tell you, if you see the whole ranking of all years from 2013 to today, Marburg is the number 1. And they also won the most titles in German Goalball. They won the German Championship 11 times and the Goalball Liga Pokal 3 times. These 3 titles at the Liga Pokal were 2014, 2015 and 2016. That means 3 times in a row. Then the tournament was new founded in 2014, so you can say that Marburg was unbeaten for over 3 years. Although I must tell you that they lost 1 game in 2015 in the prelim round against Chemnitz, the first game of this tournament. And this loss against Chemnitz was the first loss after 38 unbeaten games. The last game they lost before the loss against Chemnitz 2015 was in the German Championship at the semi-final in 2010. That means they were unbeaten for over 5 years in German Goalball Championships. After 2015 they weren't unbeaten anymore, because Chemnitz became a very big team and they beat Marburg many times. For example, in 2016 at the German Championship they won 10-8, and also in 2017. If I talk about 2017, I must tell you that it was the baddest season in Marburg's history, because in the German championship they only won the bronze medal. Yeah, you're right. Only the bronze medal. Sounds in a way ridiculous, but yeah, for Marburg, if you look on the successes in the past, it was nearly a disaster, the bronze medal in the end. In that case, I must tell you that one player at the starting three was injured at the last stage, and Marburg played with only 3 players in total at the last stage of the season 2017. Nevertheless, they won against Chemnitz in the last game, but it didn't make any sense for Marburg because they couldn't reach the title, because already before the game started it was clear that Chemnitz will be the German champion, because Marburg had 2 losses during the season. And because of that, it made sense for Marburg, because they won the bronze medal because of the win. And at the Liga Pokal 2017, Marburg lost in the prelim against Chemnitz. Then in the semi-final they had a game against Nürnberg. It was a close game between Marburg and Nürnberg. The final score was 5-5. That means it went to overtime. And in overtime won Marburg because of the golden goal, which was scored by a penalty shot because of 10 seconds from Nürnberg. But a win is a win. And they played in the final against Chemnitz. And it was a fantastic game. The halftime score was 0-0. That's not really often in Goalball. And the final score 1-1. The game also went to overtime. And in the overtime, Chemnitz scored the golden goal. That means that Marburg only won the silver medal. Because of that, I would mean it was the baddest season for Marburg, because they finished without any title. That's not normal for Marburg if you look on the wins in the past. Now we will come to 2018. Marburg came back to the top of German Goalball. They won the German championship in a fantastic final game against Chemnitz. Yeah, you hear right. Many important games were played by Marburg and Chemnitz against each other. This time Marburg won 10-9, and they got the German championship 2018. At the Liga Pokal, they were historically bad. They only won the 5th place. That was really untypical for Marburg. But in this case, I must tell you that they played without Michael Dennis at this championship. And yeah, as short explanation, if you're wondering why they only won the 5th place. And in 2019 at the German championship, they won the silver medal. Then they lost again against Chemnitz in the most important game of the season, when it was a really clear win for Chemnitz, 13-4. And at the Liga Pokal 2019, they were 4th place. But then they also played without Michael Dennis. If you hear to me, you certainly ask why he talk very often about Michael Dennis. I can tell you the answer. That's because Michael Dennis is the best player in Marburg's history in my opinion. And also in the whole German division, he's the best. I would compare Michael Dennis with Tom Brady. I would mean Michael Dennis is the Tom Brady of the Goalball Bundesliga, because Tom Brady also best in the NFL. It also doesn't matter for which team he plays. In the end, Tom Brady will win the Super Bowl or reach the Super Bowl or reach the conference championship, you know what I mean. And the same I would mean about Michael, because I talked about 2017 when they only had 3 players and 1 player in the starting 3 was injured. Nevertheless, they won against Chemnitz, the German champion, and in this game they won 7-6, and all 7 goals were scored by Michael. And also in other games, Michael scored almost every goal. So yeah, I would mean if you want to beat Marburg, you have to beat Michael. In my opinion, it isn't possible that Michael will not win a medal in the season of the German championship. I also want to talk about Amanda Dennis, because she's new in Marburg, and I talked about her in my video when I talked about the US women's team. You will get the link in my description of the video. And yeah, I can tell you that Amanda Dennis is also a fantastic player. She belongs to the best players in the whole world on women's division, and she's the best female center player in the whole world, I mean. And yeah, because of that, I would mean Marburg belongs to the top favorites to win the German championship. Maybe they are the top favorite for reaching the title. But who knows? You can plan sport for 100%, as far as I said in much videos. Last, I want to talk with you about the coaches Marburg. That's Stefan Weil and Sebastian Müller. They both returned this year. Stefan Weil was coach until 2017. When he started in Marburg, I don't know. I'm sorry for that. Sebastian Müller started in 2016 and he was coach until 2018. Now we are back. And yeah, you can expect good things from them both, because Stefan Weil is also the assistant coach of the German national team, and maybe you know the successes of the German national team in the past. And also Sebastian Müller was a very good coach in the time he coached Marburg. So yeah, you can't expect many things from them. And for me, I can tell you I'm glad that they are back. Actually, I don't want to talk about feelings here, but yeah, in this time I'm glad that they return to the German goalball. And yeah, we will see what they reach with the team Marburg. As far as I said, Marburg is the best German team in history. They have Michael Dennis and Amanda Dennis, And also the other players, like for example Ann-Kathrin Denker, she's a German female national player, or Jan Wolf, Roman Kayumi. They had many experiences in the past with Marburg. So yeah, that's my description of Marburg. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope we will meet again in the next video. So take care and goodbye.